Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in Bloody War. You all know the drill. I'm going to feature my 6 war flags with commentary. If you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. And I've mentioned before, I am a member of the Praetorian Guardians. We are a top 25 alliance, but I'm also part of a family of alliances called the Guardians Family of Alliances. We have 15 total alliances now. I thought it was 12. We just added one actually with another merger, but we've actually got 15 total alliances. So if you are interested in joining a new alliance, whether that is a starter alliance, a mid-level alliance, a competitive alliance, a top 25 alliance like this one, then definitely hit me up on the Line app. My details are in the description of the video. You can find me there, or you can comment on one of my videos as well, and I can link you to one of our Line groups. Without further ado, let's get into my 6 war flags. With my first flag, we're going to go up against this Fergus tank team. I've got 3 woodland fawns and 2 astral dwarves who all have a 100% chance to resist both the negative status ailment for mana and the instant mana reduction, and they actually gain mana every time Fergus goes off. So let's see how this first flag here goes. Lots of greens to start. And I've mentioned it before, but when I go up against Fergus, I like to tile dump as much as possible and throw as many tiles up the middle as possible as well. I'm going to start off with the 4 blues up the middle against Fergus. Getting Ixen fired is kind of the key for the specials to go off in succession and deal all that damage. Now I am gonna match the greens and purples together up the middle. And a massive purple diamond on the bottom. I will certainly take that. We can actually match another purple diamond by moving that 1 tile down, which I think I do want to do actually. Yes, let's do that. I am going to use my specials right now. Let's use Tamlin first and then Bard. Then I'm going to start matching some other colors here. Let's match these 3 reds on the right, I think. Or do I want to match the 3 or the greens rather? I am going to match the greens up against Region, I think. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. Let's match the 3 greens all the way in the right up against Armon. That's actually going to set up a red diamond the next turn. And let's use Peregrine on the 3 on the left here. That should kill Ruanzauki and maybe Region, possibly Fergus. Or Region could evade it. That's cool. Let's match this red diamond here. Actually, didn't want to kill Fergus, but I guess that'll do. If I hit this red diamond and there's no cascades, then we should be okay with not setting off EQ. Perfect. Let's do the main part of Isidore on League Q, because I definitely don't want to deal with his hits. Awesome, and everybody's dead. Awesome. 1 for 1 to start this war. With my second flag, we're going to go up against this Dunner Heart tank team. They've also got Pepper Blue, they've got Asian, Fafnir, and then also Hogni. I'm bringing 4 blues and a purple against this team, and I am bringing a healer with Thalassa because she makes it so that I don't gain any ailments for 3 turns when her special goes off, and I need that because of the Arctic Core for Fafnir and Hogni. That is a lot of damage every turn, especially with Fafnir giving plus 35% extra damage to 3, and then also with Asian and the extra special skill damage, Pepper Blue with the Mega Fiend that they give, and I'm really hoping that Dunner Heart does not go off with all these blues. So let's see how this second flag here goes. All right, nice board to start. I will certainly take this. And I'm going to start off with the 4 blues on the right up against Hogni. That's going to give me an extra blue tile, which I will definitely take. I am next going to match 3 additional blues up against Hogni. Awesome. Now, I am going to use Thalassa now since Hogni is about to go off, although I could probably kill him, but I'd rather do that extra damage to Dunnerheart. Awesome. Plus, Magni does extra damage to red, of course. And I'm going to gain a couple more specials right now, or at least one more. Hogni has Moth Dust on him, so he might not get his special with these 3 blue tiles I'm about to match. Okay. How many more turns does Fafnir have the counterattack for? 3 more turns. Man. I really should have used the glass version of Richard to bypass that, but I wasn't thinking about ether powers. And how many more turns do I have the no ailments for? 2 more turns. You know what? I think I need to hit these 3 on the right. Let's kill Dunnerheart. And then I'm going to match the 4 reds horizontally. That is going to probably set off Hogni. And then I'm going to match the purples next turn. And we did get a little bit of a cascade, so I can match 4 purples. Everybody stay alive, please. Okay, we've got Hogni now. They have no ailment immunity, or rather ailment immunity for no ailments for 2 more turns with their ether powers on the left. I think I'm going to match the 4 purples. Do I want to match the 3 blues first? Now, I don't want to hit Ascian with tiles if I can avoid it. Let's match the 3 purples over here. I don't think that's going to set off Fafnir or Hogni. Perfect. Now, we can use Hogni on the left. And then I'm going to use Medea on the right over here. Perfect. Now, let's set off Fafnir and have that Shifting Miles attack move over to somebody else. And that went over to Ascian. That is awesome. Perfect. Now let's match these reds and set off that little cascade of purples. Give me another blue. Nice. Fafnir's dead. Awesome. And that went over to Pepper Blue. This is working out great. I love Shifting Miles attack, especially when it goes, or when it goes where I want it to. All right, we've got Medea again. Let's use Medea on Ascian. And I'm going to match these 3 blue tiles over here with the greens. Is that going to kill Ascian? It did. We're going to ghost these 3 blue tiles. Pepper Blue is going to go off, but that's okay. And Pepper Blue went off on somebody I didn't really care about. Cool. All right, let's see if we can finish off Pepper Blue. Awesome. 2 for 2. That match went pretty smooth, although my allies were all about to die. With my 3rd flag, we're going to go up against this Bernadette tank team. This is actually the only Bernadette tank team in this entire war for our opponent, so definitely interesting, but we are going up against them. They've also got Richard and Dodgrim at the flanks, and then they've got Darkbeat and Lemonwood on the wings. I have 4 different colors of counters for Bernadette, and actually all 5 of these are counters for her. So I'm bringing Oni Wakamaru with the Undispellable Taunt, Lord Loki to copy her special, Damon makes it so she cannot cast any status effects for 3 3 turns, Medea for the shifting miles attack, and then Starlass makes it so that when mana is full, they lose 75% mana and then get a bunch of damage, like around 1,000 or something like that. So let's see how this third flag here goes. All right, so 7 tiles for Medea, 5 for Oniwakamaru, 6 for Daemon, and 11 for Starlass. So definitely not getting Starlass. We should be able to get Medea's 7 tiles very easily, actually, though. So let's start off with the 4 purples on the right. Yeah. And then I'm going to match these 3 purples all the way on the left. Now, the Shifting Miles attack is for 3 turns for her first charge, so I don't want to use it too early. I think I'm going to wait at least 1 turn. And I'm going to match these 3 blues horizontally in the middle. It's going to set off a little cascade of yellows. And now I am going to use the Shifting Miles attack from Medea on Bernadette. Now, I am going to match these 3 reds up top to set up that little cascade of yellows. Let's now match the 3 purples up the middle, I think. Or do I want to match the 3 reds? Yeah, let's match the 3 reds. That way I can get Daemon special and use that if I need to anytime soon. Bernadette went over to Richard with the Miles attack, but he avoided it. That's okay, though. Now, I am going to hold off on using Daemon. I think I'm going to match these purples with moving the purple dragon over 1. Yeah. Nice cascade of other purples. And we've got 4 blues that I can match right now. I think at this point I need to use Daemon on Bernadette in case if there's any cascades after this set of blues. I am going to use the Shifting Miles attack on Darkbeat, maybe? What's he do? Deals 355% damage to all, reduces the duration of all allies' active status ailments, and then reduces the duration of all active buffs for enemies as well. And all allies are immune to buff to spells and reallocations for 4 turns. I think I'm going to use Medea on Bernadette. That way she doesn't cast her special at all. With it being Bloody Battle, I would like to avoid the damage at all if possible. And then Darkbeat doesn't actually dispel everything, right? Just reduces the duration of buffs by 2 turns. That's okay. Let's use Oniwakamaru, I think. And then I'm going to hit this blue dragon. Alright, Bernadette is dead. And it actually did dispel Oniwakamaru's. Oh, because it only lasts 2 turns. I had it different in my head, but that's okay. Let's now use Daemon on Dodgrim. And then I don't really want to match any tiles for me because Lemonwood's about to go off. But I've got pretty much every color except yellow. I guess we could match the 3 yellows over on the left. Let's do that. Of course, we got some more purples. Please hit one of the other three. Of course, you're going to Lord Loki and then Medea. Figures. Alright, well, now... Dogram's going to go off, but he's got the effect from Daemon on him, so he's not going to actually do anything. Let's match these 4 purples to get Medea's special back. And I am going to use Medea on the 2 on the right here. This should kill Dodgrim. Let's match these 4 greens, setting off that other cascade of greens underneath. And some more stuff. Let's match these blues and reds, I think. It might set off Richard. I don't think it's gonna, though, unless there's more cascades, which there is, of course. And even more cascades. Don't hit the left side. Of course you hit the left side. Let's hit this green dragon. Holding on to Oniwakamaru. Let's hit the 2 on the left with Starlass. Nice. And let's use the green tiles up against Richard. Please kill him. I'm going to use Oniwakamaru in case if Richard goes off. And I'm going to match the greens up against him. Alright, he's going to go off anyway, so let's match these purples. I think is the best chance that I have to kill him, probably. Yeah. Not quite. At least Oniwakamaru has the taunt and the counterattack, so he's dead. Let's hit this red dragon. Actually, you know what? I'm going to match these 5 blues. It's going to give me the 1 purple I need for Medea. Do not set off Lemonwood. Thank God. Alright, let's use Oniwakamaru, and then I'm going to use Medea on Lemonwood and Starlass on Darkbeat. Alright. That was a close battle. I will take it, though. With my 4th flag, we're going to go up against this Fergus tank team again. They've got Regen, Ranzao Ki, Li Q, and Armand Moncharmin. I've got 3 Garrison Guards who will resist the instant mana reduction from Fergus, and then also Grendel will as well. And then start turn, it will have a 75% chance to resist that and the negative mana element. Kolya does also have one of those Mega Minions that safely cleanses at the end of each turn. So if we do get that negative mana ailment, then he'll be able to cleanse it if he has his full Mega Minion. Alright, I am going to start off with... I think the reds horizontally, I really don't have a lot of great options because there's no real options to match tiles on the top to create any type of cascades. So let's match the 3 reds horizontally, actually. We did get a couple greens underneath, very nice. And a nice cascade of blues. Alright, I felt decent about that creating some potential cascades, and it did work in my favor. I will certainly take it. Now, I am going to match these 3 purples on the bottom right. Give me a yellow, nice. Let's match these 3 yellows, or do I want to match the 3 reds vertically against Fergus? I think I do want to do that, because I need to create some more cascades in order to move any tiles. Not optimal, but we did get some blues that I can match right now. Let's do that. Give me a yellow or a red in the bottom in the middle, okay. And nice. Alright, let's use Fergus to reduce the mana of everybody. And then I'm going to match these purples and yellows up the middle. Let's match these 3 greens over here. Alright, so we've got Grendel and Sartana. Let's attack the 3 in the middle. I'm more concerned about them. Now, let's see if we can kill Ronzel here close to it with Sartana. Does extra damage to Holy. Nice. 2171 damage. Very nice. Now, let's match these reds and yellows over here in the middle. I'm going to match these 5 blues so that I can match the greens next turn because I really need Kolya to go off so I can have that full Mega Minion to safely cleanse everybody. I have a yellow diamond, but again, I really need that full Mega Minion. I feel like that was a better, safer play, and we're going to be able to kill probably all 3 on the right. Awesome, we've just got Regen left, and I'm just going to let the Mega Minions do their work. Awesome, we are now 4 for 4 this war. With my 5th flag, we're going to bring 3 yellows and 2 reds against this Glass Obacan tank team. They've also got Mayat, Magni, Gestalt, and Orakark. I've got Satin Pimenter, who is making their war debut for me. I am bringing them because of that priority dispel that they have to 3, and I do not want to deal with the counterattack from Obacan if I can avoid it. They are a glass costume, so I can dispel that. I've got Leonidas, who does extra damage to purple, Zhuge Liang for the minions and fiends, Pepper Flame as a strong attacker, and Growth Increaser for her, Leonidas, and Satin Pimenter, and then Domi Ventus as another strong 3-hitter. Not a great board to start here, but we're going to have to make it work. I'm going to start off with the 3 greens horizontally in the bottom right, because that's going to make it so that I can match 4 yellows to give me an extra yellow tile. And let's match those with those yellows right now. Nice cascade of a red diamond. I will take it, and a cascade after that. Obacan is dead. Wow. I will certainly take that. I am going to use Orakark, or rather, Pepper Flame against Orakark. Actually, I think I'd rather use the main part of Pepper Flame on Gestalt to see if we can kill him before he goes off. Between Pepper Flame and Domi Ventus. Awesome. Now, let's match these 3 purples so that I can match 4 yellows. Just kidding, there was a massive cascade that I didn't even see. But I'll take it. Still going off. Alright, I am going to match these. I was going to match that yellow diamond, but it's going to set off Magni. Let's match the 3 yellows, setting off that cascade of reds. That's going to give me pretty much everybody except Domi Ventus. That's alright. Let's use Pepper Flame first, since she will increase the attack growth for Leonidas and Satin Pimenter. Now let's use Satin Pimenter. I only have Satin at 85, so still 1400 damage. Damn. Alright, now let's see if we can kill Magni. Awesome. Let's now match this yellow diamond for funsies. We'll set Mayat off, and the counterattack should kill her. Awesome. That battle went very smooth after that massive cascade that killed Obacan. I will take it. 1 flag left. With my last flag, we're going to go up against the Songjiang tank team. They've also got Salamata, Vertigo, Gongoth, and then also Orakark. I've got 3 greens and 2 purples, including Von Rothbert, who will give that dancing effect, which silences and spreads and then gives 1700 damage, although it's only going to last 1 turn actually because of Salamata being a bard, so it's going to give that extra 1700 damage pretty much right away. I am going to start off with these 3 purples vertically up against Songjiang. Give me some greens. Okay. Gonna match the 3 yellows, setting off that cascade of greens so they don't get separated. And we got some more greens and some more greens. This might kill Songjiang. Wow. I will certainly take that cascade. No complaints. I'm more concerned about the ones on the right over here. So we're going to hit Gongoth with the main part of Mina. And then let's use Galapago and Spartoy. Now, let's match these 3 blues, or do I just want to match the 3 greens up top? Now let's match the 3 blues right now, and then I'm going to match the greens next turn. That's going to make it so I can match 4 purples together the following turn. So let's match those 4 purples, or do I want to match the 3 greens first? I do want to do that. Now, if I match the 4 purples, it's going to set off Vertigo. But I don't really have too much of a choice. It's bound to happen. Although, how much more health does Gongoth have? Quite a bit. I don't think I can do anything for him to not go off. Unless if we get some sort of cascade, but I'm just going to match the 4 purples. That's my best move right now. Nice. With the soft skin for Mina. That actually didn't do too much damage either. Let's match these 3 greens up against Vertigo. That's going to kill him and give a Mega Minion to Salamata, but that's okay because I can use Galapago, who removes minions and damages Mega Minions. So let's use him first. And then I'm going to use Mina to finish off that Mega Minion. And then let's use Spartoy to attack all here. Alright. Orakark dodged it. Let's hit this purple dragon. That should give me Domitia and maybe Von Rothbert. Not good. Salamata's dead, and so long as the Orakark does not evade this, then he is dead too. Awesome. We ended up going 6 for 6. War went very smooth. Right now, this is a tough battle. I know we're 1,800 points ahead of our opponent, but they have a lot of flags left. We have 59 at 22 points with 29 flags left. They've got 41-19 with 69 flags left. And it was about even before we started going on our run within the last hour or two. We flipped the board in like 20 minutes before this, and then we're about to flip it again. So we're definitely on a roll right now. But again, they have a lot of flags left. Let me know how your Bloody War is going, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.